there. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite pleasant surprise, favorite nerd. Today we are looking at the MaFex Shoretrooper. And I say pleasant surprise because it's a MaFex product and it's actually quite nice. Let's talk about the accessories. So he comes with two blasters, one like handheld blaster. I don't know if I think it might have a coat of paint on it. It's hard to tell. Either way, it has that like metallic finish to it. Like it might be a metallic like plastic. It looks really good. And the same goes for this one. And we have a little soft goods strap, which I do like. I like little accent stuff like this. I think it really brings little pieces to life. And then we have some silver paint both here and here. It's not the cleanest, but it is there, and it's clean enough. A little sloppy right there, but it's clean enough generally where I don't think it will bother you. And then a little bit silver there on the end. But it's a really nice sculpt, and I love the strap. And then, of course, a wide array of hands. Two trigger hands, or two gun-holding hands for left and right, and both of them hold the guns just well, as you can see, or just fine, rather. And then we have two pointing hands, just straight pointing. So that's pretty cool. And then two fist hands, and then we saw in the opening footage that he comes stock with two relaxed hands. So there's two main Shoretrooper designs. One is with this kind of skirt. This is just a soft plastic. They give you this option, which is interesting. I'm sure some people dig it. I'm not sure that I totally like it, but we'll get to that in the final thoughts. But in terms of being objective, it's done well. So this would just replace this, and then this ball peg in, and that would replace the torso and shoulders. I'm going to show you this now on the shoulders because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show you as well when we get to the figure. But this piece here slides out to allow the shoulder pad to sit more flush on the shoulder, and then it can push back in if you're going to raise the arm or something and want the armor to line up. I'm having trouble with that. There it is. You know, so then that'll sit a little bit more up. That is a cool idea. I still think the shoulder should be attached to the actual shoulder and not to the torso, but doing it this way, at least it solves one of those issues. So that's a pretty smart idea. Detailing-wise, it's pretty much done the same way, the same here, except this is a brown paint with a dark brown wash and then little gold buttons and buckles and silver paint. Same done here. Little accents throughout. So they're really well done, and it does give you the option of having the Shoretrooper displayed in one of the two major fashions. The problem is, like, I see people make comments and stuff about it, like, you know, it gives you both. Well, like, no, I mean, yes, it gives you both, but it doesn't, you know, in order to use both, you still have to buy two figures, you know? So, like, if they release two separate releases, like, I think that I would appreciate that a bit more, but we'll talk about that more in final thoughts. I just wanted to touch base on it rather quickly while we were here. And, of course, he also comes with the MaFex stand. You got the base, swivels here, hinge, swivel, and clasp. All right, so let's talk about the figure. The head is on a double ball peg from the head into the neck, and then the neck is on a double ball peg from the neck into the torso, it feels like. So I think that's the way it is, at least. Yes, it looks like it to me. So the range of motion is great all the way down to there, up to there. The swivel works, confused dog look, etc., etc. It's a translucent, it looks like, piece here for the visor, which is nice. And then we have all sorts of weathering, like on the piece itself, like shading, like proper shading, and then some silver paint added for nicks along the armor, black detailings there, the little symbols done there. It's really well done. It's tremendous, I must say. Moving down, we have a double ball peg from the chest into the abdomen. And that gets you, you know, in another double ball peg from the abdomen into the pelvis. So using both, you can get lean back, and you can crunch all the way over to there. You can do the little teapot or sassy trooper, and you can swivel as far as you really would like to. Detailings wise, you have this blue paint stripe done across there, and it's like weathered as well. You have all this bit that's all weathered. This is all painted. This has like little nicks along the armor as well. The back is painted with the silver and black. There's a wash upon all of it. Some of it's a little sloppy, but it doesn't look bad because it still looks like that lived-in universe that we always talk about. And then, of course, the shoulder pieces, which we've already discussed, can come out or go in. We also have this floating piece here, which is a softer plastic, and then the soft goods is put onto it. I like little soft good accents. I love it. I think it's perfect for stuff like this. Won't get in the way of articulation at all. Gives the figure a little bit of I don't know, interesting look. I dig it. This is how Black Series used to do, and I like that approach. I like that approach a lot. Let's talk about the arm articulation. So we have a ball hinge, actually looks like a disc hinge, in the shoulder that goes into a ball peg in the chest. Now, using the ball peg, because that socket is stationary, you can get the arm fairly well across the chest, to be fair, all the way up to 90 degrees, and then you can swivel until this stops. Now, because of this, it'll always have this armor in a messed up location. It'll never sit right because it's attached to the chest and not to the shoulder, which is one of my main complaints with it. But just to show you, like, you know, you can bring this piece out and the armor sits much better across the shoulder than if you have it all the way in, but that allows you to get the arm up and have that look natural. So for the shoulder pad attached to the chest, which is how I think they should not be doing it, this does at least help. Okay, bicep swivel, the armor is detailed the same way with the heavy weathering, looks great. We have a double jointed elbow. We have a wrist swivel at both ends of the ball hinge. So that's nice, and then the weathering is done the same way here. It's identical for the other side, with the exception of the shoulder pad not painted the same way, but painted equally as well, and then the red bit here with the weathering on the red and the yellow stripe detailings. For the pelvis, or the hips rather, we have drop-down ball pegs, which can get you out to there. So a little limited, not the worst thing in the world, but a little limited, and then all the way up to there. So that's nice. And then we have the thigh swivel built around a socket for the ball peg. And then we have a double jointed knee. We have the pants, which have I feel like I said that a little weird, pants, which have the wrinkles and stuff sculpted in, and they look okay. They're not great. They're not bad. They just look okay. Double jointed knee, which moves smoothly. Great weathering again on the shins. It's like extra dirty because it would be. I dig that. And then, ironically enough, maybe my favorite detailing part of this figure, it looks like to me it was an airbrush blast of brown, a lighter brown on top of this darker brown. And it really gives a cool look. I'm not sure how well that camera's going to pick it up, but I don't know if you can see it. There's a little highlight across the feet. It's beautiful. Ball hinge for the ankle, and so you can rotate the ball hinge to get your rocker, or you can use the ball hinge straight away and get your ankle tilt up or down, and then each foot has a toe hinge. And then I'll show you the back of the figure really quickly. Really a nice effort from MaFex. Size comparison wise, there he is with a Black Series Shoretrooper, a different Black Series Shoretrooper, Bandai Model Kit Shoretrooper, and the Figuarts Shoretrooper. So he's actually a little bit tall, but you know, like, here's my thing, like, this is post-clone era, you know, like, they're just hiring folks. So, like, if you want to work for the Empire and you're a little bit taller, like, why wouldn't they hire you? Of course they'd hire you. You know, you'd be you could be a great asset. So I'm okay with it. Looking at them all together, and of course I haven't done any paint to the Bandai kit, so it looks very plain. But on a shelf, it really doesn't it really doesn't cause any harm. Looking at them all together, I have to say that obviously I think the Figuarts and the MaFex are the best two. Out of those two, which do I think is best? It's really hard to say because, like, I really like the soft goods thing to him. I like the size. I like the paint. There's more paint on the MaFex, and I love that. But I like the shoulders a lot better, and the figure kind of is engineered in that sense more effectively on the Figuart. So out of the two, I don't think you can make a wrong choice, which is the good news. I just can't necessarily say which one is the best. It kind of depends on what's most important to you. If Stoic, like, this guy's going to be fine, you know? So I guess ultimately I might have to say go with this guy, but this guy's still a great figure. So you can't really lose. Final thoughts wise, once again, this is one of MaFex's better efforts. I hear that they're getting better. The Boba Fett was good. You know, this guy is good, so maybe that's the case. The Rey was kind of okay. But yeah, it's quite nice. Like, the paint is crazy. The articulation works across the board. It's just a really, really good figure. The joint tolerances, that's one thing I definitely wanted to comment on. Best joint tolerances I've ever felt on a MaFex figure. Like, they're really improving. So I'm taking back, well, I mean, I think we've already realized that I was taking back my MaFex embargo, but I'm definitely taking it back now because it seems like they're on a roll. I should have the Death Trooper soon, and we'll take a look at him as well. And you know my theory, you can kind of never have enough troopers. Like, my wife hates when I get troopers. Like, she always says, like, how many I have, and I'm always like, I only have like 6. But, you know, when I say that, I'm just talking about like 6-inch. I have 6-inch stormtroopers. One day I'm going to count exactly how many troopers I have, like across the board, like 3 3/4, 6-inch. Do you want to take a guess? Go ahead and take a guess. Write it in the comments. I'm going to give you the answer here shortly. I think that should be just about enough time. The answer is 171. 171. Yeesh. But yeah, it's a really good effort, and I hope that they continue this. My only complaints really are that the pants look a little plain. They probably could have used a wash just because the amount of paint that's on the rest of the figure. It ends up making the pants look a little bit more plain than they necessarily are. And I guess that's it. Oh, and then the shoulder pieces, of course. So at least I got 2 in there, right? All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.